Being LeBron James sounds amazing. You're 6'9", built like a Marvel character, rich beyond reason, and referred to as king by millions of people who have never even met you. You're a four-time NBA champion, a billionaire athlete, a cultural icon. Seems like the dream, right? Wrong. Because being LeBron James, somehow against all logic, actually sucks. You've been dominating for 2 decades, and people still debate if you're second best. Every loss is a legacy hit. Every move gets memed. So in this video, we're unpacking why being the GOAT in progress might be the worst job in the world. You're born in Akron, Ohio, not exactly the kind of place travel bloggers make documentaries about. Your mom is 16, your dad is missing, like a limited edition trading card nobody ever pulled. It's just you and Gloria, figuring things out one shaky step at a time. You don't grow up with a trust fund. You grow up with bus passes, hand-me-downs, and more addresses than most people have pairs of socks. You move constantly, apartment to apartment, couch to couch. The term permanent residence might as well be science fiction. Some nights you're in a room with no heat. Other nights you're at a friend's house because rent didn't quite happen this month. It's not poverty tourism. It's your daily itinerary. But in the middle of all that chaos, you find one thing that makes sense. A basketball. You're not just good, you're weirdly good. By the time you're in elementary school, adults are already whispering about you like you're a local urban legend. You know that James kid? I saw him dunk in Crocs. Your vertical leap could probably qualify you for orbit. Your court vision looks like you hacked the game and turned on God mode. Coaches don't coach you. They mostly just step back and make sure you don't break the gym. Ringmaster here. If this madness made your day better, tap that like button before the lion eats it. Fast forward to age 15. Most kids your age are worried about midterms, their hairline, and whether their crush saw them trip in the hallway. You're on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Not Teen Hoops Weekly, not the local paper, not even the school yearbook. Sports Illustrated. The headline? The Chosen One. A bold claim, especially considering you need a ride to practice. It's not just a headline, it's a prophecy, the kind usually reserved for knights or messiahs, not sophomores with an AOL email address. Suddenly, you're the walking, dunking embodiment of hope. For the NBA, for Ohio, for sneaker companies foaming at the mouth to slap a swoosh on your forehead. And you're trying to figure out which class period you left your science binder in. Still technically a high school student, but let's be real, nobody sees you as that anymore. Your games are being broadcast on ESPN like you're already in the league. College coaches have stopped calling, not because they gave up, but because they know. Everyone knows. You're not going to spend a year pretending to care about Communications 101 at Duke. You're on a direct flight to the pros. Your high school gym turns into a circus. Sold-out bleachers, celebrities in the front row, NBA scouts in polos scribbling notes like it's the SATs for grown men. Schools stop game planning against you entirely. They just gather in a circle and pray they don't end up in your next highlight reel. One poor sophomore from a rival school ends up on a poster that his grandkids will one day see and probably apologize for. Sneaker companies start circling like you're the last slice of pizza at a dorm party. Adidas, Reebok, Nike. Executives show up with PowerPoints, custom shoes, and enough marketing jargon to fill a phone book. They know you're the meal ticket, the billion-dollar baby. And behind the scenes, there's a bidding war that makes Wall Street look polite. By senior year, you're not a student, you're a startup. A full-fledged media property with a personal brand, endorsement buzz, and more footage than most college players. SportsCenter is breaking down your high school assists like you're running the Princeton offense. Some dude named Greg on ESPN is asking, is the arc on this three-pointer sustainable in the pros? Greg, he just got his driver's license. He still has to ask permission to go to Chipotle. And college? Please. That was never part of the itinerary. You're not here to rack up gen ed credits. You're here to fulfill the prophecy. You skip the NCAA charade and enter the 2003 NBA draft. Straight out of high school, straight into the fire. Drafted number 1 overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers, your hometown team, your childhood team, The one with a winning percentage that looks like a typo. You're 18 years old and expected to save a franchise, a city, and the ghost of every washed-up lottery pick that came before you. It's not just a basketball team, it's a full-blown reclamation project. And from the moment you shake David Stern's hand, the expectations aren't just high, they're biblical. You're the chosen one, the king, the prodigy, the savior. You're 18 years old and already being told your legacy is on the line. Good luck, kid. Don't trip. You enter the league and immediately start averaging 25-5. As a teenager, in Cleveland, a place not known for joy, sunshine, or basketball success. And instead of a parade, you get skeptics. Is he really that good? Doesn't shoot well enough. Can he lead a team to a title? You're literally dragging the Cavs out of irrelevance like someone pulling a rusted lawn chair out of a swamp. But hey, maybe you should be doing it with more killer instinct. You make the playoffs, the finals. You put up monster numbers, and still, the narrative starts forming like mold. He can't win the big one. Never mind that your teammates have names people only know from crossword puzzles. Never mind that your coach looks like he just wandered out of an accounting seminar. You're 22 years old and somehow expected to carry a whole franchise, a whole city, and the ghost of Michael Jordan, all without asking for help. So in 2010, you do the unthinkable. You ask for help. The decision. You announce you're leaving Cleveland and taking your talents to South Beach. It's on live TV with a charity tie-in and a chair that creaks like it's judging you. The entire sports world combusts. Cavs fans burn your jersey in the streets like it personally cheated on them. Sports pundits go full Shakespearean betrayal mode. Dan Gilbert writes a letter so unhinged it makes your middle school yearbook quotes look mature. And in Comic Sans, no less. Truly unforgivable. You go from hero to villain in a single broadcast, and not even the cool kind of villain, more like the guy people boo at airports. But then, you win. Twice. You dominate in Miami. MVPs, highlight dunks, insane passes, defensive stops that should be studied in physics class. You become the most complete player in the game, but nobody claps. Instead, it's, of course he won. Look who he played with. Apparently, choosing teammates who can also dribble is cheating now. Who knew? So you go back to Cleveland in 2014, not because you have to, but because you want to. You want to bring a championship to the city that once lit your jersey on fire. You say all the right things. You put in the work, and in 2016, you do the impossible. A 3-1 comeback against the 73-win Warriors, complete with the block, the shot, and the crying. It's supposed to be your moment. And it is, for like a week. Then the goalposts shift. Again, okay, that was good, but is he better than Jordan? You could part the Red Sea at this point, and someone would say Jordan would have done it in fewer steps. You move to LA in 2018 and within 2 years win another ring in the Disney bubble. You dominate in an empty arena under extreme mental pressure and daily COVID swabs up your nose. You're 35, still leading the league, still doing everything, and the reaction doesn't count. Too easy, too weird, too bubbly. Someone actually calls it a Mickey Mouse ring, as if you beat Goofy in the finals and not Jimmy Butler playing 48 minutes a night on one functional ankle. In 2023, you break the all-time scoring record, Kareem's record, a number that stood untouched for almost 4 decades. You do it while averaging 30 points at 38 years old, an age where most players are doing car dealership commercials and signing 10-day contracts out of nostalgia. You break one of the most unbreakable records in sports history, and what's the reaction? Yeah, but Jordan's still 6-0 in the finals. You could cure a disease mid-game, and someone on Twitter could post, "Cool, but MJ wouldn't have lost to the Mavericks in 2011. That's the LeBron experience. No accomplishment stands alone. Every ring comes with an asterisk. Every win comes with a, yeah, but. You're not just competing with your peers, you're competing with a hologram of Jordan, playing defense with his tongue out and a bunch of nostalgia behind him. And there's no stat for beating that. That's why it sucks to be LeBron James. You're the king, but you never really get to rule. This is your Ringmaster. Subscribe now and secure your ticket to the greatest hustle show on earth.